In this installment, we're going to be going over the MLB bet slate for August 1st. Let's get into it. Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Chef D, and I'm here to bring you the winning ingredients for our August 1st MLB bet slate we got going on for Friday. But before we deep dive into that, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you follow me on Instagram and Twitter at MetsNetChefD. Don't forget about that TikTok at Chef_D91, and don't forget about that Patreon. Right now we're at the homepage of the YouTube channel, currently at 10.2 thousand subscribers. This is the road to 20K, and we're well on our way because you guys are showing up each and every single day. If you already subscribed, continue to like and comment. That helps the YouTube algorithm so we can grow to a much broader audience. All right, now for the previous video, we went 2 and 3, under 500 slightly. We're going to be aiming for over 500 in this particular video right here. In our plays on the Patreon, we had the Braves come through on the money line, and we had the over on this Hall of Fame game, and that has already hit pretty much the first 5 minutes in the third quarter. So we're doing really solidly on Patreon. Click that link provided down below. You're getting full access to daily bets, future bets, and access to that group chat that goes off 24/7. It's your boy Chef D. In Wrigley Field here, we have the Chicago Cubs 63 and 45 going up against the Baltimore Orioles 50 and 59. A pitching matchup here: Trevor Rogers 4 and 1 with a 1.49 ERA going up against Cade Horton 4 and 3 with 3.67 ERA. Looking at the odds for this matchup here, we have the Cubs as -155 at home, with the comeback of the Orioles at a +125. Total runs at 7.5. Public bet percentage: 89% of the bets, 75% of the 89% of the money, 75% of the bets towards the Chicago Cubs. And for the total runs, 87% of the bets and 69% of the money towards the over 7.5 in the total. All right, now looking at this pitching matchup here, we do have Cade Horton at home, where he pitches much better, 2.12 ERA. It's only 23 strikeouts in 34 innings. You want better strikeout numbers from him. 230 batting average is solid. We're looking at the advanced numbers. He's giving up power to righties. Okay, so 1.88 home run per 9. And then he's giving up hits to lefties, 282 average and a 1.32 whip. So struggling with lefties hits and struggling with righty power. So both sides, there's an avenue for some runs. Trevor Rogers has been pretty stellar this season, especially at home, but this game he's going to be on the road. 2.36 ERA, 23 strikeouts in 26 and 2/3 innings. That's decent. We're looking at his advanced numbers here. He's not giving up any power. He's got 9% walk rate to righties and lefties. You want to see improvement there. But other than that, it's a 218 batting average and 100 batting average to the righties and lefties, respectively. So solid numbers across the board. He's been one of the guys you can really hang your hat on to pitch. And in this spot here, with Cade Horton on the mound, going up against the Cubs, the Orioles here, I'm leaning towards this under. All right, I think that there's value in the Orioles to keep this close, and I like the under 7.5 total run. So main play under 7.5, secondary play Orioles +1.5. In Nationals Park here, we have the Washington Nationals 44 and 64 going up against the Milwaukee Brewers 64 and 44. Pitching matchup here: Jose Quintana 7 and 4 with a 3.50 ERA going up against Mitchell Parker 7 and 10 with a 4.91 ERA. Current odds for this one here: Brewers are road favorites with the comeback of the Nationals at a +125. Total run set at 9. Public bet percentage here: 82% of the bets, 93% of the money all over the Milwaukee Brewers. And for the total runs, 80% of the bets, 74% of the money all over the over on the 9 total runs. Both of these teams have won 3 out of the last 5 games coming into this series. Both teams are coming off a loss as well. All right, so for Mitchell Parker, he has pitched better at home. 3.92 ERA. If we're looking at his strikeout numbers, 44 strikeouts in the 62 innings. You definitely want a higher strikeout rate from him. If we're looking at the advanced numbers, low home run per 9. Walk rate is not concerning, but it is something to definitely look at. 9% to lefties, but a low average at 239 to lefties, 272 to righties. So slightly right-handed bats are going to be able to hit him, and he's keeping it definitely a little bit lower there against lefties. Nothing too egregious that I'm seeing, but there is some regression coming to both of those numbers versus righties and lefties. All right, so Mitchell Parker could be a candidate to get not hit up, but there could be some runs in this game here. Quintana has pitched much better on the road. This is a lefty versus lefty matchup here. 2.36 ERA on the road for Quintana. 26 Ks, only 45 innings. He's not your strikeout guy anyway, so he needs ground ball and fly ball outs to get past. And looking at his advanced numbers here, he's giving up a lot of power here when it's a lefty versus lefty matchup. Nationals have a ton of lefties, so that can definitely happen here. 2.61 home run per 9, 10% walk rate to righties. That's not good. 275 batting average versus lefties. So I can see an avenue here where the Nationals can get runs too. So the over is looking promising here. All right, that's why the over is raised to 9 and not no 7.5. I want to say that's my main play. No, secondary play will be over 9 runs. My main play will be Nationals plus 1.5. I think this is another close environment, close game here. Give me the Nats at home as underdogs. Secondary play, if you do not trust the Nats, take the over in 9 total runs in this game. In Citi Field here, we have the New York Mets going up against the San Francisco Giants here. Starting pitching matchup, Robbie Ray, 9-5 with a 2.93 ERA. Going up against David Peterson, 7-4 with a 2.83 ERA. Looking at the current odds for this matchup here, we have the Mets as home favorites, minus 145, with the Giants come back at a plus 118. Total runs at 7.5. Public bet percentage here, 62% of the bets, 67% of the money towards the Mets. For the total run, 76% of the bets, 75% of the money towards the over 7.5 in the total. All right, now usually when Robbie Ray is on the mound, this is definitely a spot you are all over the Giants, just so you know. Right now the Giants are struggling mightily. Can I get a full total number? Let's see. The Giants are currently on a, let's see if I get the full, I'm gonna check the standings. Giants on a 6-game losing streak right now. 6-game losing streak compared to a 3-game losing streak for the Mets. And then the Mets just swept the Giants as well. So what is going to happen in this one? Very intriguing to see. Mets have been absolutely on fire at home, okay? Mets at home, this is one of the most unbeatable teams here. They are, 37 at home? 37 and 16, okay? 37 and 16, one of the best home records in the league. And this is a spot that we're talking about 2 very good pitchers here. All right, Robbie Ray does struggle on the road slightly, 3.40 ERA on the road. The strikeout numbers are a little bit better here, 61 strikeouts, 55 innings. So that's a positive to see there. So he should be able to get his Ks, but he's giving up more power. All right, he's giving up home runs, 1.59 to lefties and 1.22 to righties. The average is low at 186 and 170 respectively. But definitely the home run ball becomes a live ammo here for the New York Mets in this order, okay? Now, Juan Soto being in and out, that's going to be a question mark to see. His x-ray was negative, so he should be back very soon. All right, now for David Peterson, he's on a whole nother level at home. A 1.91 ERA, 61 and 1/3 innings pitched, 49 strikeouts, 231 batting average as well. Looking at his advanced numbers, he's giving up no power at all. Walk rate is low. Average to righties only at 250. Solid numbers across the board on both sides here. I think we got us a pitching duel in this one. So the under definitely looks really good as a secondary play. Main play, give me the Mets to get this win on the money line and bounce back from a sweep against the San Diego Padres. And in history here, the Mets have dominated the Giants in general. So I think that ball keeps rolling here. I love the Mets at home. Give me them on the money line. In Progressive Field here, we have the Cleveland Guardians 54 and 56 going up against the Minnesota Twins here 53 and 57. Looking at the pitching matchup in this one, we have Joe Ryan 10 and 5 going up against Gavin Williams 6 and 4 with a 3.51 ERA. The ace of the Twins here going against a mediocre pitcher here in Gavin. Line is deadlocked at -110, but surprisingly, all the money is on the side, in the bets on the side of Cleveland. So you would expect that the Guardians line would be more significant, more like 130, 140, 150. No, this is dead even here. Total runs at 7.5. Public bet percentage 67% of the bets, 79% of money. Like I said, on the Guardians. All right, no other data as of right now. Guardians took advantage of Colorado Rockies winning that series, 2 out of the 3. And then Twins are struggling as of right now, losing 4 out of their last 5 games. All right, so now Gavin Williams at home here, 3.05 ERA, 59 innings, 66 strikeouts, and a 209 batting average. So that's a positive to see for him, keeping things really low and having a high strikeout number. That's a really good. His advanced numbers, he's giving up power to lefties at a 1.44, and the walk rate, this is way too high here. 14% to lefties, 9.6 versus righties, 244 batting average versus righties as well. I'm surprised that whip isn't even higher at 1.08. But definitely cause a concern here in those two areas. We'll see if the Twins bats can get there. Joe Ryan on the other end, solid, very good on the road, 2.51 ERA, 62 strikeouts in 61 innings, and a low average at 199. Looking at his advanced numbers, he's giving up power to lefties at 1.71. The walk rate is super low. The strikeout rate to righties is super high at 33%. Lefties, 262 batting average and a 1.18 whip. So you really got to watch out just for lefties here when we're talking about Joe Ryan here. So there are some handful of lefties here that the Cleveland Guardians are will possess. Will they give him some trouble is the main question. The better pitcher here is clearly Joe Ryan. The line is telling me take the Twins as well. So I'm going to be going with that one here. Give me the Twins on the money line. Secondary play of that 7.5. I'm going to lean towards the under as the secondary play. But main play, Twins on the money line in this tight spread. Right, in Citizens Bank Park here, we have the Philadelphia Phillies 61 and 47 going up against the Detroit Tigers 64 and 46. Pitching matchup here, Jack Flaherty 6 and 10 going up against the Rangers Suarez 8 and 4 with a 2.59 ERA. Looking at the current odds for this one here, Phillies are home favorites -155 with the comeback of the Tigers at a +125. Total runs set at 8. Public bet percentage here, 70% of the bets, 63% of the money towards Philly. For the total run, 78% of the bets, 76% of the money here towards the over 8 in the total runs. Tigers bounced back from a couple weeks. Well, last week they really struggled. 2 weeks ago, really. But they bounced back here against Arizona, winning 4 in a row. And then the Phillies have struggled in the last 5 games, losing 3 out of the last 5, and really losing the series against the White Sox, which was a really big surprise. After that long road trip, they come back home here, get some home cooking. All right, so this is definitely a spot that they can bounce back in. Jack Flaherty here on the road has struggled. He has very, very Jekyll and Hyde, very up and down with the home and road splits here. 6.28 ERA, 49 strikeouts, 43 innings. That's a positive, but the 282 batting average is a concern. He's giving up power to righties at 1.71. Walk rate is almost at 10% for both lefties and righties are getting him at 311 batting average and a 1.76 whip. All right, so righty bats with power as well are in a really good spot here. All right, now Rangers Suarez at home has struggled. 4.15 ERA, 39 innings pitched, 38 strikeouts. So decent with the strikeout rate as well. 276 batting average. Looking at his advanced numbers, it's power to lefties at a 1.42. Walk rate to righties at almost 9%, and righties at 282. So this is a spot where I think that offense will be not saying it'll be super high, but definitely we'll get a couple runs here. Probably, I don't know if they'll reach the 8-run range. These are two really good offenses here. Flaherty has struggled. Suarez has struggled. The over and under. I'm trying to figure out the secondary play. I would lean towards the over 8 runs as the secondary play, but our main play will be the Phillies on the money line at home to bounce back here. I like this spot with Phillies coming back home from a long road trip. I think that they definitely take advantage of that situation here. So Phillies on the money line at minus 155. Total runs, I'm gonna say over. I'm gonna say over 8 total runs is my final decision in this one. All right. Now that's gonna be our plays for the Friday slate. Let me know in that comment section down below if you agree or disagree. We could definitely debate about that down below. Also, don't forget about that Patreon, so you guys can get signed up. You get full access to daily bets, future bets, and access to that group chat that goes off 24/7. This your boy Chef D. I'll be back very soon, and peace out.